Yeah, fellas, more about this Kamala Harris individual. There was some footage released of her dancing to Cardi B when this is obvious an attempt for her to say, I've got a black card. Now, this woman is north of 50, meaning she's over 50 years old. Why would she be listening to Cardi B? Um, she gives a shout out to other rappers like a Tribe Called Quest, uh, giving them a tribute, saying Check the Rhyme was one of her favorite songs. Ain't that right, Fife, is what she says. Fife Dog, aka Malik Taylor, the 5 foot assassin with the roughneck business. He's been dead. He's died of complications from diabetes 2 years ago. So is she really in the loop, or are the people that made the I don't know, promotional piece for her to get black votes, are they in the loop? Now, she's 10 years older than me. And when Tribe Called Quest, when that Check the Rhyme album, The Low End Theory, was released, I was a senior in high school. So that would have made her about 27 years old. She would have more fond memories of Houdini, Curtis Blow, Dougie Fresh. The show, Dougie Fresh, that was popular when I was a little kid, skating at about age 10. So that would have put her at age 20. She don't even mention Run DMC. She says one of the biggest hit songs she liked from back in the day was Salt and Pepper. No. She didn't say Salt and Pepper. She said Salt and Pepper. Nah. And she claims that she used to listen to Too Short because she's from Oakland. No way. She is not a Too Short style chick. And she didn't even mention Eazy-E. See, Too Short came out a little bit after Eazy-E. If you was really listening to Too Short, you was listening to West Coast rap before it was really West Coast rap. I don't even know the first West Coast rappers were Eazy-E and them. No, she wasn't listening to that. She didn't even mention them. Her having a white husband says a lot. It really says it all. From what I understand, he's a Jewish cat, but he never said to her, hey, look, when she was a prosecutor in California, a district attorney general in California, locking up black men disproportionately for various drug charges and giving them 3-strike rules with very minor infractions. Her husband never said to her, look, you're locking up a lot of black men and you need to curb that and see if you can basically not lock up all niggas and stuff. He didn't say that to her. And there's 2 reasons why he would have said that to her. Number 1, he's racist himself. Number 2, she wasn't locking up her people because she didn't identify herself as an African American in the first place. Her mother is East Indian, and her father was from a family of slave owners in Jamaica. So if they owned slaves, how black could they have been? And I saw an article where he was bragging that he was a descendant of the slave family. I think Brown was the name, if I'm not mistaken. And they burned down a town that was built by blacks, like some old Black Wall Street type stuff. So, I mean, they're not African Americans, Jamaicans. They're Jamaicans. There's big time colorism down there in Jamaica too. It's like everywhere else. The lighter you are, the more privileges you have. But these East Indians in general, they despise niggas, man. I ain't never had no East Indian dude or East Indian female or East Indian store owner show me love like that. Are you serious? No. And what makes it even worse, they come over here, open up a business in our neighborhood. They don't go to them white neighborhoods and open up shit. But, liquor stores, convenience stores, they're all owned by East Indian motherfuckers who don't like niggas at all. So, for me to sit here and think that an East Indian woman, I won't want to talk to her daughter? No. Fuck no. They truly despise us, man. And when she's confronted with racial issues, she's like a woman. She deflects. Talks about she's working in the interest of all Americans. Another thing about Kamala Harris, it was revered to me that her family was like, yo, why do you want to be a prosecutor? Basically, you, as being a prosecutor, you are aligning yourself with a powerful institution that is really about taking black people down. I don't see where a prosecutor is not going to have to put their neck on black people to make themselves look good. If we put you here to prosecute your own, and you're going to be overzealous to prove yourself to the people that put you in that position. I remember when I was working in the school district, there was a principal that wanted to use me to get negative information on the kids so he could bounce them out of the school. I'm not saying that the kids weren't issues and behavioral problems in the school to where he would want to get rid of them, but you wasn't going to use me for that. There's a white dude, a white principal, going to use me, a dark-skinned black male, to report on the black kids in the school so that he could try to get them out. You're going to get somebody else to do that. I ain't doing that for you. And I'm not even saying that the school wouldn't be more peaceful without them kids in there. I'm not saying that, but you're not going to be using me to do it. So I can kind of say Kamala's parents might have been on some different shit. Well, they were on some different shit. She was just on some shit. I'm trying to get noticed. I'm trying to get known. And I can't do that by being associated with you black motherfuckers. If that's the case, if you work in the interest of all Americans, then why are you trying to sell yourself to black people, dancing to Cardi B, shouting out rappers like Tribe Called Quest? Who else she shot out? Too Short, Salt and Pepper. Come on, man. She should have talked about the music she liked. I like NXS. I like U2. I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Nirvana. You know, that's more like it, for real. And politics should be a straight business transaction. What are you going to do for us collectively, black people? She always talks about, like I said, she's working in the interest of all Americans. So then why are you trying to get the black vote? No. But I'm glad I'm hearing mostly black men not wanting to fuck with her, not wanting to vote for her because she's pretty, biracial woman that gets a lot of dudes a pass. But I will say this, with her being north of 50, she's only going to get the over 35-year-old simps to vote for, if anything. The 18 to 35-year-old simps, she's not young enough for them to look at her and say she's attractive. They're not looking at her thinking she looks good. No. So that's why hopefully she won't get it. You know, and also I will say this too, this is coming from me. This is not a rehash of an opinion that I got from somebody else. No. Cory Booker, if you don't know who he is, he's a light-skinned black dude. He's not Barack Obama. He's a light-skinned black dude. He started out being the first stink that I heard of him making, or the first, I don't want to say stink, but when I first heard the name, he was running for mayor of Newark, New Jersey. Now what he did was he actually lived in one of those housing projects. I think during his term or while he was campaigning, there was a point where he was living in one of those housing projects over in New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey. I saw a video of it and they show him in his living room punching on a punching bag. He don't really have good form, but that doesn't mean anything. But his form is not good. You could tell he's not a trained fighter. But nonetheless, he was in that apartment in the hood in Newark, New Jersey, to try to get a feel for the people, which is what they will be able to sell us. See, they're not able to sell us on this Kamala Harris. So she's the trial phase dummy that we're going to say, oh, we're not going to vote for her. She has no real black agenda. When they bring out Cory Booker, it'll be different because he'll be able to say that he lived in the projects when he was running for office, trying to be the mayor of Newark, New Jersey. So that's going to have us saying, oh, okay. But when I was teaching English in a university type setting, at a university actually, one of them, it was like a step down of one of your Ivy League schools. It was a summer program with kids that were college bound. And I met a kid that was from that area and didn't like Cory Booker. And I brought up about, oh, he was living in the hood and all that. But I didn't follow him in politics. But this young boy told me that it was basically a case of where he sold out and took the money. So, The politics are, if you've ever read the book, The 48 Laws of Power, it talks about it. I remember seeing Napoleon's name in there, Talleyrand, like major Machiavellian dude. What's a Machiavellian dude? Yeah, Machiavellian dude, the Prince, him. They all took things from this book, and what I conclude is, if you want any type of political power, you've got to be inherently evil. Like things about how you use the enemy to get your works across, and then when you're done with them, you basically cut their throat. Like it's about how to use people and how to be disposable or make them disposable. It's terrible. So you get into politics, you're going to become corrupt. It's just a given. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to let this Kamala Harris be a bomb, and then they're going to throw Cory Booker out there, who's polished like Barack Obama, but has 2 black parents. And this might be a stretch, but they might come out with, I think Cory Booker might be gay. He just, just his mannerisms and the way, I'll never see him around no woman. He seemed like he could be gay. Now, if you bring in a light-skinned black man with 2 black parents and he's part of that LGBT, that's who the motherfucker you don't vote for. Don't vote for anybody. I'm thinking about doing it, like I knew to do it, even though I had parents who, oh, you got to vote, you got to vote, you got to do this. But to be honest with you, black people don't fund enough campaigns for a politician to do anything for us when he gets there. Because you didn't contribute to me getting there. You didn't give me enough money. So, but what I would like to see is black people get their money together, get a polished black male that's traditional, don't have anything that they can pull out on him. But his issues are, he's well-spoken and articulate, but his issues are, I'm here to make sure black people get more than they've been getting. But the president's job is to really make sure black people don't get shit. So, but if we've got a polished candidate who they can't find anything wrong with his policies other than, black people built this, and I'm going to see about black people getting their just due. Leave it open so that, they can read into it. And I'm trying to get black motherfuckers reparations, is what he's really saying. Or he come out there and don't say anything about the black agenda. Get in there, and then everything he talks about is the black agenda, just like they do. They run on a platform of, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, and get there and do whatever they want to do, or whatever their constituents funded them to do. But long story short, Kamala Harris was a trial run. Cory Booker is the main face that they're going to push out there. And they probably going to make mention of the fact that he's gay too. You watch for it.